You haven't really heard people say Odell's a bad guy off the field.
Right.
You haven't heard him in terms of the locker room and stuff like that. You ain't heard anyone say, "Oh yeah, bro, Odell, bro, he a joke off the." Ain't no one really said that.
Right.
There been a couple stats where they said something, but in terms of him overall, and I'm about to pass it to you, Sensei, in a minute, but overall, they never really said out off the field he's a problem. It's just more he throws his temper tantrums on the field.
Yo, Freddie, what the hell is that?
I agree with Facebook user. What Freddie just put up that comment there. You know, and the reason I say that is because Matthew Stafford has a connection with Cooper Kupp now. He's built a relationship with that guy, and he's comfortable throwing the football to him. And what if most of those passes go to Cooper Kupp, and then you have a disgruntled OBJ over here, and he starts complaining, he starts whining.
But the thing is, hey.
And you know,
hold on, you guys.
Hold on, Brian. I thought we were talking about hot take.
We're not talking about. We're gonna talk about Odell Beckham next, but let's continue the hot takes. Elena, give us a hot take, and then we'll get into Odell Beckham.
All right, my bad. You
Freddie, can you real quick before I give my hot take? Freddie, can you please say my name right? Like, it
Mike, give us a hot
take. You to say my
please.
name wrong,
Mike. Give us a hot take, please.
Because you can't pronounce my name. Now Mike has to get the hot take.
I'm not speaking.
But I'll give a hot take because I will speak. Sensei, give us a hot take.
I will mute you.
Thank you.
You can't mute me.
Thank you. My hot take. I don't know. I don't really know if I have if I have a hot take this week. Honestly, I think everything's kind of been kind of calm as obviously, except for the news that came out today. But I'm trying to think what would be my hot take. I think.
I kind of have.
Yeah, I don't really. Honestly, I really don't have one. I can't. Think
Mike, give us a hot take.
Go ahead, Mike.
Super Cam is back. And this kid is going to come out. Cam Newton's going to be a dog for the few weeks that he does play. And then
you called that, Mike, too.
Then they're going to send his ass right back to the sideline the second Sam Darnold's ready, and he's going to be assaulted. But I did call that. I was like, hey, he's going.
You did, yeah. Mike called that, yeah.
Going.
Mike
and, you know, a lot of people thought he was going with Ron Rivera. A lot of people thought he was going with Freddie. And a lot of other people thought he was going to go maybe back to New England. But I just felt like the way it ended was really bad on a front office standpoint, and I feel like this is the last dance for Cam Newton, at least in Carolina. And he never really did get that. You know, injuries really did ride that. He's vaccinated now. You finally get to see what him and Christian McCaffrey can look like if they can be on the field at the same time. They're going with PJ Walker, I believe, for this week, but whatever. Like that, I guess. A lot of people are like, oh, well, Cam needs to learn the system. All right, well, he was on the effing team for 10 years, but I guess he needs to learn the system. But
I mean, I'll be honest with you. PJ Walker, come on now. I mean, I'll throw me out there with no system over PJ Walker.
I'll at least rush 30-something yards for you. Like, PJ Walker ain't going to be doing nothing for you. But we've seen Mike White do crazier stuff. But I do think Cam Newton's going to have a resurgence. I think this is going to be one of the best wide receiver cores he's had in Carolina. I think this is definitely with Christian McCaffrey. I think it's going to be a great situation for everybody. And I think this builds his stock into going to a new team next year. I don't think he retains in Carolina. I don't think he'll stay there. He still wants to be that QB1. I think he'll get that nice little respect and that nice little exit. But at the end of the day, it's still Sam Darnold's team for whatever reason. But I just, sorry.
Won't be they start winning.
I'm not rocking with Sam. I'm not rocking with Sam.
No, I get it, but we also have to take into consideration he struggled after Christian McCaffrey went down. We also need to keep that in context. And again, like, I mean, I want to see what Sam Darnold does year two, because usually when you're in your second year, we get to see, okay, you're not familiar.
Right, but it's year two on this team, but you're like, what, 6 in the league? So it's like, I'm kind of skeptical on you.
I don't blame you for being skeptical. I'm good. Next year for me is gonna be the last chance for me. He's got to prove it, because now you're in a better situation. You're now gonna be year 2 with it. If I don't see any type of consistent improvement, because the thing is, listen, he can do those plays from time to time that look phenomenal, but I do need to see consistent play. If I don't see, I think it will be time to just kind of look at him and say, bro, this is it for him, and this is what he is. You know what I mean? So
my hot take is, I said this a few weeks ago. Oh my God, were you not done?
No, I'm done. Go ahead, Freddie.
My hot take, and I said this a few weeks ago, whoever make the biggest moves during the trade deadline will win the Super Bowl. And hey, we can go ahead and say congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams. They are the champions. Look what these guys have done, man. They turned all in Von Miller, the team up in 1 week to beef up that defense with Ramsey, Aaron Donald and the crew. Yes, they let Deshaun Watson go, but guess what? Hey, when you can bring in a Beckham Jr., not a Deshaun Watson, I'm sorry. A Deshaun Jackson, I'm sorry. I know what I meant. Yeah, I know what I meant. But instead,
you just don't want to talk about my boy, do you? You just don't want to talk about Matt. Man.
Then they brought in Odell Beckham Jr. While you already have the quarterback, and so I mean Matthew Stafford. This team is all in. They bought in. These guys are they're ready to win. They said, okay, we look in our division. We look at the Cardinals. They got J.J. Watt. He's out for the season now. They brought in A.J. Green. You already have Hopkins. You have Kyler Murray. You have that defense. You have the running game.
Kirk too.
Yeah, then you brought in a Zach Ertz as well, which is a big-time move. But the additions that the Rams brought in, we already have Aaron Donald and the crew. I can go ahead and say they are bought in. They're ready. They're ready to win now. Now they're going to do whatever they're in the mindset to do whatever it takes to win. You already have Sean McVay as a young head coach that's offensive minded, who can make it work with Odell Beckham Jr. They can find a way to get him in that offense, because we got to remember, guys, Cleveland's coach did not help Baker Mayfield as well by getting Odell acclimated in that offense as well. I don't think I do not expect Sean McVay to have that problem with them. And I said this on the last show. If Cooper Kupp was black, this man would get so much recognition. This man would get so much recognition.
That's right.
For being one of the best wide receivers in the game. Like, this dude is having a qualified year this year.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you why he hasn't really been getting his respect. Because the thing is he basically was leading Jared Goff, right? Like, it kind of was just like, oh, come on, Jared, let's go. And he's like, okay.
Hyde and I talked about this. He was
carrying him. Exactly. He literally was. And then Jared, you know what I mean? And at the time, and again, I fell victim to this. When we looked at it, we love to give the quarterback more of the credit. So I thought it was just Jared Goff being, who I thought he could be. And now that he's gone, and all of a sudden he's just looks not light years better. It's just the comparison is night and day. And it's like now he's kind of looking, but again, when you hear Cooper Kupp, you just think of a solid wide receiver because of the couple years that he's been with Jared Goff. And now that he's got not only a way better quarterback, but now instead of having to keep worrying about him, he can now kind of just worry about himself. Now we're kind of seeing the true potential of him. But again, the problem is that if you're just listening on name value alone, they still think Cooper Kupp is that dude who he was with Jared Goff. But the problem is, unfortunately from everybody else, I'm calling him Thug Cooper. Because at some point, bro, we need to get bro, this dude is listen, Mike, let him borrow your back snapper. And from now on, I want him coming in with a cup of Henny, bro. He one of us. I don't care what nobody say. That is my dog right there, bro. Like, he is my Mike. Like, he's my famous Mike. Like, this, like, he's legit. And again, it just sucks because the past few years he's been good, but now he's being great. But unfortunately, since he can't change his name, they're going to keep looking at him as the same guy. And it's a shame because you can make a case that he's like a top 5 wide receiver right now. You can make that case. And see, Mike, you're not, in my world, you're not crazy for saying that.
But not in this case, he is a top.
Not at all. I think, like Freddie said, Freddie was, and he hit the nail on the head, is that if Cooper Kupp was black, he would definitely be getting a lot more praise and a lot more acclaim as far as the wide receiver, because the wide receiver position, unfortunately, is known as a black position. That's usually where they want to stick you at, as either wide receiver or running back or fullback. You know what I'm saying? Something that's not quarterback or not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, you know, said like they don't ever want to really, you know, stick you anywhere else. So unfortunately, he's kind of getting swept under the rug. But I'll tell you this, if he can perform when it matters most, he's gonna be undeniable. Like that's gonna be the separation, because right now it's just regular season. So it's like we need to see what he can do in the playoffs. We haven't seen him in a pressure moment. He hasn't made, you know what I'm saying, a timely catch, or you know what I'm saying, something that right. Affected the game to the where it was like, you know, if he catches this, they go to the NFC Championship or they go to the Super Bowl. We haven't seen him in that position yet. But if he's able to do that in that type of scenario, it doesn't matter. He could be purple. It doesn't matter what his color he's going to be. You can't deny him anymore at that particular juncture. So Freddie, you're right. As far as you know, if he was black, he would be getting more acclaim right now.
Yeah.
But once he gets, you know what I'm saying, he reaches a certain level, and like I said, he shows up when the lights are brightest. It's going to be undeniable. It's going to be undeniable. We're going to have a different conversation about him.
What bothers me the most about it, and I'll bring in my own experience when I played ball, man, I was Defensive Player of the Year. Alana, we already talked about this. I'll flex it. Two chips.
As you should.
Years.
As you should. Big dog.
But my senior year, we got a brand new coach. This guy, he hated me because I called out the fact that his hair was blonde, ginger, and brown. It was weird.
But you ain't say it like that. You said it way more disrespectful. Like me,
I told him one day.
Like, if you don't get your Starbucks haircut, ass nigga, you know he said something.
Facts, bro.
You know he said something rude.
He said he pulled the GTA 5. He said with your yee ass haircut. That's what he said to you.
And low-key, that's how it came out at practice. He was like, "You got to learn your coverage and learn your role on this team." And I was like, "You got to learn what color the hell your hair is."
But see, that makes sense now.
But the problem was, 2-time champ, Defensive Player of the Year, playing safety and corner.
Talk, Mike. Talk heavy, Mike.
And my senior year, you come into this team out of nowhere, Pride, and you say, "Mike, I'm left-handed, Pride. I want that known." Pride, he comes up to me and says, "How would you feel about playing quarterback? I feel like you fit better there." What are you talking about? He goes, "Well, you just don't naturally look the role of a safety." I said, "What that mean?"
He said, "What that mean?" He's like, "Yo, say what you mean."
I said, "What that mean?"
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Yo, that's he's like, he reaching his waistband. What you mean? What you trying to say?
Right. So what happened was, Freddie, to keep a long story short, I was quarterback at practice, 3rd string, for a second. And I said, "I'm going to get my safety spot back." So I'm rushing the ball because I ain't throwing that shit. And I'm rushing it. And I run right towards the safety. He was Hispanic, so don't call me no race. I had nothing to do with race. But that was the fit. That's who he felt was the fit. Little freshman kid. Felt so sorry for him. He was like 14 years old. Did not deserve the smoke. And I cracked the shit out of him. And I laid this kid out. And I laid him out for the reason, because when I laid him out, I didn't even keep running. I turned around and I said, "That's what an effing safety looks like." And I threw the ball. And I gave it.
You fumbled.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, Mike.
Can I just point out the fact that Mike said he didn't deserve the smoke, but he received it anyway? Can we all just
to get the
wrap our minds around that?
Sacrifices must be made.
It was
because he was like he didn't deserve it, but he still got it.
Right, and it's the same thing with Cooper Kupp in the sense of that, and that was the point I was trying to make. Is that this man will not get that respect until he has that moment where he cracks somebody like Jalen Ramsey or somebody of that high
absolutely.
Once he does that, or has a game-winning touchdown or something of that level,
there it is.
It's gonna go off.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If he continues the way he's playing now, and I'm gonna tell you, he doesn't even need that moment. If he could put up games where he's just dominating,
definitely.
In the
overall respect from the nation won't come until that moment.
But he needs that moment, because we got to think about it. Think about like a Wes Welker, or you know what I'm saying, somebody like that. Like
Julian Edelman. Because with that,
Julian Edelman, exactly. Julian Edelman. Once he solidified himself in that position, that's when it was like, oh, wait a minute, like he wasn't just a systematic, you know what I'm saying, like slot receiver in a Tom Brady system anymore. He was like, this is a deciding factor of a football game. Like it was a complete elevation from that moment on, and that's pretty much what I'm saying. Like Cooper Kupp needs that moment to solidify that to the nation. People who watch football know, but you know.
Also, Carlos, I'm sorry if you're ever watching. I'm sorry I cracked you. I am sorry, but I'll do it again.
Give him an apology.
I'll do it again.
All right, since let's stay with you, let's talk about the Odell Beckham Jr. Situation. Does that make the Rams a Super Bowl favorite?
Wow.
I think
Way to
so.
spit on pride. Wow.
I think so. And I know Jonathan has his concerns, which are understandable. But to counteract that, Jonathan, I'll say this: is that Odell definitely has his issues off of the field. But we also have to understand that he's no. But can I explain? Can I get to my point? Yeah, let me go. Like, ladies, come on, man. Like, well, all I'm saying is that
no one unmuted.
All I'm saying is that it's not. I'm not talking about issues off the field like he's done something detrimental to the team or something crazy. That's not what I mean. When I say that, I say like he's complaining on the sideline. He's had his gripes. He's been deemed an emotional player.
So you basically mean like not off the field, but more like sideline.
Not off the field. Like more like I said the wrong term. So more like sideline, not off the field. Like more like sideline.
Got you.
Okay. So what I'm saying is this. Those are all been in losing situations. We've never seen Odell in a winning situation where he's not getting catches, but they're still getting the dub. And that's the separation. I think if Odell is getting minimal, even if it's minimal touches and they're winning and they're able to contend for a championship, he's not going to have an issue. The issue is if we're losing and I'm still not getting targets when I feel like I could affect whether we win or lose, that's a problem. And that's any athlete. It doesn't matter who it is. If I'm at a certain level or if I'm seen at a certain level or if I see myself at a certain level and I'm not even given the opportunity to show that and we're losing, of course I'm going to be vocal about it. Now some may be more vocal than others, but that's fair. Like you can't really criticize a guy for being competitive and saying like, look, you know what I can do. At least give me the opportunity to do that. If I don't do it and I fall short, then that's on me. Right. But if I'm not given the opportunity, that's not fair. So I can't really knock Odell all the way for that. And I'll wrap it up and Mike, you can go. Right. But I think that this definitely makes them a contender because, like I said when we were all together on Freddie's show, is that Odell can fit in where Deshaun Jackson was, but we also have to consider the fact that Odell is bigger, he is stronger, and he's just as fast, if not faster, because Odell is a little bit younger than Deshaun Jackson. Right. And his speed isn't completely gone because we see even when he doesn't get the ball, when he's running routes, he's running full speed. Like there's no drop off in the speed. So it's like it's not like he's had a drop off in skill. He just wasn't getting the opportunity. So I think in this offense, that's a pass first offense instead of a run first offense, like in Cleveland, as well as being able to spread the ball out and having a quarterback that's kind of sitting in the mind to say, okay, I have a guy who I know can freelance. I can freelance myself. I can make this work. I think this is the situation that will work for Odell. But like Pride said earlier, this has to work for Odell. Because if this one doesn't work, then you can't blame the team anymore because you got the perfect situation. Like they're literally a step away from the Super Bowl, so you can't point the finger anymore.
Her back was hurt. I gave her the wooden chair, so we had to switch chairs.
Got it.
I wanted to say something
but
too.
that's what I'll say about OJ.
And hold on, real quick about this. Did you say OBJ?
And no, I didn't say OBJ was faster. I said he's just as fast, but he's younger. That's what I said.
But on top of that, again, here's the thing. That's and I'm gonna give people gonna get mad at that. That's a casual.
Thank you, Jonathan.
That's a casual fan because again,
yes, gotta be.
This is a Philly D-Jack. Like, let's put this in context.
He's been here since 2008, bro.
Exactly. So if people sit there and still pretend D-Jack is still lightning fast like he was in his prime,
it's not true.
Name value. Going back to that Cooper Kupp conversation. Name value. Oh, and by the way, am I allowed to give my hot take, or are we just skipping Pride because it's worth it?
I think what
my bad. I didn't know you. I thought you gave yours.
Wow.
That's what I said. It's like now y'all just spitting on me. It's like now y'all just spitting on me.
Stay in your corner. Go ahead, Pride.
Stay in my corner. So my thing, I'm gonna make it quick.
Free Pride.
Here's the thing. For me, I got a trap game for this week. I got the Falcons over Dallas. Freddie, you gonna love that one.
Oh,
I think
what?
I think that I listen.
Sorry.
I think it's a possibility.
What?
And I really think so. Look, listen.
Say it with your chest, Prime.
Bro, look, listen, Atlanta has been playing better than we expected. They just came off a dub. I mean, sheesh. I mean, that person. I think for me that's a trap. Somebody said that earlier, one of the last shows. Someone said that this game, that the Ravens and the Dolphins is going to be a trap game.
Yeah, the Facebook user just said that right now.
Oh yeah, well, maybe it's the same. It says Facebook user, so I don't know if it was the same dude, but I mean, I get it, but I think the more than likely trap game would be Falcons and Cowboys simply because of the fact that Dallas just lost. They're probably gonna they're kind of still probably butthurt. They're probably gonna come in all lackadaisical again, more than likely, especially considering Atlanta's kind of been a sleepy team this year. You know, like again, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna win the playoffs, but most of the games they've kind of sort of been in there. And on top of that, Matt Ryan, it was like, you know, people were like, "Oh yeah, you're washed." He goes, "Hey, look, man, I may not be the same. I ain't Ben Roethlisberger. Watch this," and he's kind of been doing this thing a little bit. So I got that trap game, and dare I say, I got the Falcons with the upset. I'll be honest with you.
Hey, you guys. So today, when Odell got signed, like I told you guys a couple of shows ago, my preacher's wife is Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad's sister. So I called her, and this is what she told me.
One more time.
Yeah, we gotta have an exclusive. This is an exclusive right here.
Run the relation back again. There were a lot of
relation.
So
Odell's sister's best friend's cousin, 3 times removed uncle, who went to jail with a girl whose best friend tripped and actually stumbled into the maker of Odell's left shoe. That was the relation.
My preacher's wife is Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad's sister. So that's Odell Beckham Jr.'s my preacher's wife.
I hear you now.
So I called her to see what she thought about it, and then this is all she told me. He's all in. He's ready to win.
And not only that, you gotta remember. Ecstatic. Right, but here's the thing: we gotta remember.
Bro, I'm so excited. Sorry, bro.
He talked to the team before he made this decision, Sean McVay, and this is why he picked the Rams over the Packers. He went to the Packers and he felt like the Packers really wasn't committed to him. When he went to the Rams, Sean
I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you. Turn your hat around, Mike.
Sean McVay basically said, "Look, you're not going to get as many touches. We're going to keep it a buck with you. However, this is what we're going to be able to do.
Your best opportunity to win, man."
Yeah, that's really what they did. They told him that, and said he understands that.
Get the hat.
Go ahead, get the hat. No, get the hat, Mike. But you know, I really feel like, it's on his picture right now. So yeah, don't even go nowhere. Picture. But
it's the sexy smears for me. Y'all see the smears in my picture? Y'all see it?
Hey, check me out, cuz I get mad. Hey, what I say earlier?
All right, let's not do this.
Hey. But again,
go ahead, Pride.
But for me, it's like I look at it in the way where, you know, Odell went in. They told the Lions that Steelers would be a trap game. I'll be honest with you. I got the Steelers in this one, but the Lions have a chance. Like I can't remember who we were talking about, but there's only like 3 games they could probably win. If they don't win those, ASAP in the morning, that's why we're talking about it. This is one of the games they could win. If they lose this one, they one step closer to going winless. So they hopefully they could win, so that way people could just hop off that whole thing. But you know, Odell, he talked to them. Sean McVay sold them, and he was like, "Bro, yeah, look, you're not gonna get as many touches as you're accustomed to. However, what a dot!
I got it.
What a dot! Oh my God, Jacoby Brissett is a starter. Jacoby Brissett is that guy. What a dot! But anyway, Odell. To me, Odell, he understands, and not only does he understand, so does the organization, so does the quarterback, everybody. So I feel like since everyone is on the same page, Jonathan, you got jokes. Since Jonathan is on the same page, I feel like they'll be a little okay. Again, it still is a risk, but as of right now, I don't panic at all. I really don't, because I think this is a good chance that it'll work out.
I think before Jonathan goes, because I'm really excited to hear what Jonathan has to say, and that's why I wanted him to go last, is because that man literally is living his best life in LA right now. The Dodgers get everybody they want to get. The Lakers get everybody they want to get. The Rams are getting everybody they want to get. Jonathan's living his best life. I remember a few years ago when Jonathan
living his best life. He ain't worried about these suckers.
sports hell. And you know, I'm looking at it like this though. And correct me if I'm wrong about tumors. I look, and hear me out. I look at Odell Beckham Jr.
Look at Freddie. Y'all,
Bro,
y'all
just please bend the bill. I hate.
No. Let him. Right here's the funny part. No one asked him at all for any Lakers memorabilia. Pulls it out. Ask him about the Giants memorabilia. The conversation ain't fun no more.
Hey, but real quick though, I look at Odell Beckham Jr. as a benign tumor. It's a tumor that's not cancerous, but it can turn cancerous very, very quickly. So I think when you
that's okay, Mike bars.
You have a situation where, all right, if you poke that shit too hard, there's gonna be a problem. But if you leave it be, you eat healthy, everything's healthy around him, you could get away with a shit. You could get away with it.
It might be a benign tumor is what you saying. Ooh.
Right. A benign tumor.
Mike, you on fire with that one.
Now, if you drinking a bottle of Henny like Baker a night and giving him a Baker or an Eli, that shit gonna flare up, my boy, and it's not gonna be fun, and it's gonna get ugly really fast, and that's how
somebody's going to jail.
Because wow.
So I think now Freddie's desperately looking for his
But go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, I what the hell? Turn it off. Fill it with fire.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, let me see this. We showing tats?
There we go. Just because they got
that thing a little snug, ain't it?
But I definitely do want to hear Jonathan's take. I think Odell's situation
not the LeBron too. Oh, this boy, I can't with you know what?
Jonathan, how do you feel about it?
If his head is on right and if he's focused, I mean, he could be an it factor for the round, you know.
For sure.
And I think if he stays focused and if he doesn't, you know, let his ego get the best of him, I think he'll do fine with this Rams offense. I'm just still a little bit on edge.
Relax.
But Jonathan, let me ask you this real quick. But
he made a lot of great.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Jonathan. Let me ask you this: Do you feel like as long as the Rams win, because that's like I said, this is my biggest thing. It's like as long as the Rams win, I feel like Odell stays in pocket. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like he's gonna still be tripping off the touches? Because I don't think he will. But what do you think?
I think it goes. It's both. Okay. If the team is winning, he's not gonna say much. But let's say if the team loses a few games and he's not getting as many touches as he feels he should be, or that he's not involved enough to be offense. This is a distraction.
My bad. It's just Freddie.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please go ahead.
You're losing my thought. You know, because this.
Go ahead. Please go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jerseys and stuff. I'm thinking, well, what are we? We at the Fanatic store? What's going on over here?
They're stupid. I'm sorry, John. They're stupid.
Yeah, but no.
Is that what we're doing? Because hold on. Is that what we're doing? Because relax.
We might as well call this the memorabilia.
Every week we getting better. Mac Jones is getting better.
Justin Fields is getting better.
Bro, listen, bro. Look here. Listen,
okay, I'm gonna tell all of you guys, keep that same energy, okay?
Bro, Stafford has 2 years left. Stop talking to us. Me and Pride are rocking.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you a question. In 7 years, who gonna be still relevant? Which one? Justin Fields, Mac Jones, or your guy Matthew Stafford?
Or what about Daniel Jones? There's got to be some
bro, listen, forget 7 years. He can't even touch the
He gonna be in the CFL. Don't talk to me.
A lot asked me a question, and you guys talking about jerseys and the Lakers and the Patriots, and now I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to figure out.
Whoa! When you say Patriots, you gotta say it respectfully. Cause stop. Yeah, Patriots. Don't put no base in there. I get it. You mad because y'all Dodgers love choking World Series and y'all look your way into one of them.
I don't know why I'm
yes, sir.
Being attacked on this show because
yes, sir.
Why would I be mad?
Yo, Frank, read it. Maldita sea, loco.
Hey, pride. The Patriots are all of a sudden inferior. since Tom Brady left.
Inferior. I'm gonna go that far now. I mean, we still got Bill Belichick, and we got a pretty solid young.
They have not been a team that contends. I'm sorry. And Bill.
I wouldn't go as far as saying contend, but I think we can get a wild card spot.
Still the coach there, right?
Yeah, but I think we still get a wild card spot.
But I think it's very evident now that Tom Brady was the Patriots.
No, he wasn't, because see, hold on, time out. Let me explain something. No, I'm gonna explain something real quick.
You just struck a nerve now.
No, he didn't strike a nerve, because this is what I'm saying.
Tell me why he went to Tampa Bay and led the team to the Super Bowl.
Because he went to the best team.
Exactly. So stop pretending.
Okay,
but here's my thing.
They're stacked.
So hold on.
Brady was a big.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. That Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense this year, how they doing?
Not too.
So
good.
again, you can't sit there and just get, because I love Tom Brady.
But they win or they losing though.
I feel like in New England, it was a 50-50 effort. Offensively, Tom Brady ran it. He did what he wanted, and he deserved it. However, defensively, Bill Belichick was the one who held it down, because defensively, Bill Belichick is a defensive mastermind, and he held it down. So I personally feel like it's both. I feel like it was on tops of offense. It was Brady. Defense. It was Tom Bill Belichick. And the reason I'm saying that is because Tom Brady left, we still have a respectable defense. Even if we got rid of Stephon Gilmore, and our defense is still respectable, where you still have to take us, you got to take us legit. And guess what? Where's Tom Brady? He's in Tampa. So again, you can't just say it was just Tom Brady. I'm under the opinion where I believe it's 50-50 in terms of the offense. You give it to Tom Brady. He deserves all that credit. Bless you, Mike. Defensively, it was Bill Belichick. He held it down, and he did the stuff. And that's kind of how I feel on it. I don't think it's fair to give Bill Belichick too much credit, and I don't think it's fair to give Tom Brady too much credit. Because at the end of the day, Tom Brady did nothing defensively, and at the same time, offensively, I don't really think Bill Belichick really did a whole heck of a lot. I think it was more like Tom Brady running the offense. Right. So I don't think it's fair to say.
But in a lot of those in the later Super Bowls, I was always noticing that it was the Patriots defense that kept them in those games, especially against your Rams, Jonathan. Like, you look at it, they were holding it down. And Jared Goff was still a stud that year. He was a Pro Bowler. You look at Todd Gurley, what he was doing. They were holding it down. You can't lie. And Brady didn't really look that great in that final Super Bowl.
With the Rams, no, he did just enough. He just did just enough.
And the year they played the
Jeff, you're a smart man. I like you, Jeff.
With a game-ending interception.
Right. It wasn't Tom Brady that won him those championships.
Right. It was a pick.
No. Hold on. No, time out. No. Hold on, time out. So let me ask you a question. It was Malcolm. Yeah, I know. With Seattle, it was Malcolm Butler who got that goal line interception when everyone said they should have. So let me ask you a question. So are you telling me, does that interception matter if the series before Tom Brady doesn't score a touchdown?
I think it does.
No, that pick means nothing. If Tom doesn't score a touchdown, that pick means absolutely nothing.
Right, but if he doesn't get that pick, they lose the game, right?
I don't think so.
I think they do.
I mean, because again, he didn't really have to. But again, hold on.
We don't really know.
Not only that, but at the same time, I don't think
it's hypothetical. Yeah,
but at the same time, this is the part that's not hypothetical. It's not fair to just be like, oh yeah, the defense bailed them out. What position did Tom Brady play?
All Pete Carroll had to do was
what position did Tom Brady play?
Put in the hands of Marshawn Lynch.
And Freddie looked like the dude in high school that would he'd be like, "Hey, shorty, where's my hug at?" That's how Freddie looked.
No, Freddie the guy to come. Mike, Freddie the guy to come to the gym with all the gear on and be trash. Like, you know the guy that come in the jersey, the shorts, and the shooting sleeves.
You deserve to be muted. Let's continue. Let's talk some NBA.
Freddie's real excited after what happened last night. He's excited because the Lakers beat the Heat.
Were you not excited, Jonathan?
I'm excited.
You know, Jonathan don't ever be excited about nothing.
Come on, Jonathan. See, with Lane the Sensei, Mike, last year before you came, Mike, Jonathan used to be all this, Laker this, Laker that. But he didn't got around people to help him influence him on his takes.
That's not true.
That is true, Mike. Jonathan, I have a mind of my own. Why did you pull up some
let him know, Jonathan. Let him know.
Jonathan, do I need to bring up some shows?
What was that?
Yo, hold on real quick. Can I say something real
I
quick?
need to bring O's up to let them see how you used to react towards the Lakers.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
real quick. Hold on.
Oh,
Real quick.
here he go. Here he
It
go.
was a different time then.
Real quick. Can I say one
Here we
thing?
go.
Can I say one
Yes.
thing real quick before anything? This is from my boy John Suggs. Hey, yo, New England. What they do, baby? What they do, baby?
Mm.
Jonathan, I think you gotta go put a jersey on now.
It's the couple swap for me. Do y'all know it's a couple
Why
swap with
you
her
just
in the
remind
picture?
me of
Do y'all see it?
Why did you
Pride,
just
what?
remind me of 28?
Hey, Pride, big bro.
Why did you just do
Big
that?
bro.
You want to know why? Because
bro.
the Red Sox win. Respect us, bro.
Oh, man, that was
Respectfully,
so painful.
respect us.
I think
Right.
2017 was more painful because the Dodgers went to 7
Hey,
games against
hey.
the team that cheated.
Big bro.
Oh my God.
Hey, how's 2016 feel, Jake?
2016 was painful too. And you know what? It was so painful. That night was a Halloween party. I was invited to a Halloween party. Almost didn't go to that Halloween party because I was so distraught after that game. I wanted to stay home.
I can't
Hey,
right now.
let's talk some NBA. Let's talk
Or
some
here.
NBA.
Suppose.
Let's
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
let's talk some
Let's do
NBA.
it.
Let's talk some
Hey.
NBA.
Hey,
Let's talk some Lakers because you know that's what Freddie wants to talk about.
It's gonna be just Lakers, 100%, and then it's gonna end up with disrespecting LeBron James.
And the Bulls.
then say, give us a hot take.
Yeah,
in
Mike,
the
100%,
NBA,
Mike.
please.
And then that's gonna be the last topic of the night. How the Bulls are trash and overrated. That's how it's gonna be.
Right. You mean Coach LeBron? Is that what you trying to say, Coach?
Look here, look. You're funny. You said something about that on Facebook, talking about that's Frank Vogel's. Listen, man, you almost lost it until someone said Queen and you corrected him and said King, and then we you got me there. So you feel me? But you
Give us a hot take
John.
for the NBA, please.
Let's do
And then,
it.
by the way, John Suggs, to answer, because you said no respect for the Bulls. Everyone here respects the Bulls, except Freddie.
Does Freddie look like E40?
My
Hey,
fiance.
that hat hanging on by a thread, my boy. You made your own hole on that last one.
Sensei. Oh, you not talking to us now? Mike, give us a hot take in the NBA.
40 water.
Like a current hot take or like a long down the stretch hot
It don't matter. Any hot take.
I say it again. Klay Thompson will.
You need a
come
new
back.
one. Nope, you need a new one.
I need a new one.
We need. And listen, I want blasphemy up in here today. I want blasphemy. I want blasphemy. That's what I want.
What happened? What happened?
Oh, hold on, Joseph. Hold on.
I missed it because my internet was messing up. I'm so sorry.
No.
But
Right now
what
we're doing hot takes. Elaine,
Okay, got it.
You know the hot take I want you to drop. You need to drop it right now.
Let Alana
Won't you
go
do
first,
that?
'cause mine.
I
Oh,
need you to drop that hot take. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so all right, so yes, so me and Pride did my podcast earlier today, and I told him my top 3 all time, like my goats, like
Jonathan, get ready to leave.
my list. No, Jonathan, I think you'll be happy with this, other than the Michael Jordan one, because we've discussed this before, so I think you'll be
Gonna
good.
make Mike mad.
So number 1.
Oh, Facebook.
Of course, you know I got Bron. Bron's my guy. That's my number 1.
All right.
My number 2
All right.
is Kobe Bean Bryant.
Oh no.
My number 3 is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
So remember how I said when Kobe Bean Bryant passed away, so now all of a sudden Pride don't look so crazy, huh?
No, because honestly, this was
Hold on. I did say I was
my
going to give you an
list.
opportunity. I did say I was going to give you an opportunity to explain.
Yes, this was my list before Kobe passed away. So this I don't qualify in that whole Kobe protective bubble that Pride was talking about. I don't qualify in that because that was my list before he passed away. I have Kobe over Jordan because of a few reasons, right? Because I feel like, and we can all, everybody says like Jordan is the original, whatever, 6-0. I get all of that. I get all of that. But if you look at both careers in totality, right? You look at Jordan, you look at Kobe. I feel like Kobe had to overcome a lot more just because there was already a precedent of. We have the example. I'm trying to think of what the word is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you already have what the mold is, I guess, of what the president. That's it. Thank you, Pride. Yes. The precedent. We already have the precedent of what Michael was or what he represented, right? Mm-hmm. But with Kobe, it was like there was just so much more. There was such a bigger mountain that Kobe had to climb, in my opinion. a bigger mountain that he had to climb because think of it in this sense. When Jordan came in,
yep.
Jordan was, you know what I'm saying, pretty much the guy. He was casted as the guy, right? Like he, you know what I'm saying, he came into the league. He was the Bulls savior because the Bull was a shit franchise, excuse my French. But that's what it was.
Facts.
So Jordan was supposed to come in and he was supposed to be the guy. Kobe sat at the end of the bench. Like Kobe was the guy that they was like, we took him, but we don't really know. Like we gotta see what this kid is gonna be. And then
You're losing me.
No, can I finish?
My bad. I'm just letting you know.
And that's fine. Like I said, this is my opinion. Like I don't care if you agree with me or not. It's my opinion. But once he became what he was going to be, I think that I don't know. Like I just respect Kobe's journey more than I respect Michael's. I really do. Like I just feel like Kobe's journey was a lot harder than Michael's because like Michael was Michael was casted to be what he was going to be already. Kobe was somebody that he had to prove, and he's gone through he's gone through everything, like every era he's gone through. He's overcome all of that to become what he is, and it's to the point where the other greats of his franchise are saying that he's the greatest Laker. Do you know how great you have to be to do that? Like, and think of the Lakers, the Lakers history period. Think of all the great players that come through the Lakers lineage. Like, think about that. Think about that for a second. Think about the Kareems. Think about the Magics. Like, think about
Worthy, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor.
There's so many different ways that you can go, and they all point to the one guy that nobody thought was going to be or do anything, and that is why Kobe Bean Bryant, to me, this is my opinion. I don't care if you agree with me or not. If you disagree, that's fine. But to me, it is Bron, Kobe, and then there's Jordan. I'm sorry, because whatever Kobe could do, Jordan could do. Like it's right there. It's right there.
No.
It's right there, but it's right there.
Here's where I disagree with you. And again, I'm not saying this to make you change your mind or whatever. But here's my no. I'm just saying this. Like the logic you're using is perplexing because you're saying Kobe had it harder, yet literally was on Shaq's back, and that's what got him.
But the thing of it,
just like LeBron was
and that's why.
I mean, look, but my
Dwayne Wade's back.
But pride. Listen, just hear me for a second. This is why I say that the GOAT conversation is subjective, because if you say, oh well, Kobe has Shaq, and we look down the line, every superstar has had somebody, so it can't be the reason why somebody's not a GOAT.
But at the same time,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but my thing is, you cannot say that Kobe had it harder.
He did have it harder.
I personally don't think you can say that.
Look at them days after Shaq left. What did you say?
I think you can, because even with Shaq there, like not everybody. And see, this is the thing when you talk about true number twos, is that not everybody can do that. Like you can't plug anybody in a triangle offense with the Lakers and say go do what Kobe did, because everybody ain't freaking Kobe. Like they can't do that. Like there was a lot of times that Shaq was not available. There was a lot of times that Shaq was not there. There was a lot of times that Shaq did not show up. And you know who they put the offense through? Kobe Bean Bryant.
Right. But here's my thing with that. And I'm gonna swing it back to you. But here's kind of my thing with it. Because you're talking about number twos and mentioning Kobe Bryant's name. No one ever thought calling Michael Jordan number two. Kind of the same way.
I explained that wrong. I didn't mean number two.
But you got to remember, Kobe came in at a young age with a Shaquille O'Neal. That was big man in the game. So don't go there. Don't go there, Brian. You won't win that way.
But I'm going to, because
let him go.
I'm going to, because the thing is, my thing is, you can't sit there in the same breath say Kobe had it harder when the thing is, like, the expectations for Kobe was, he's gonna be a good player. Like, no one really said he was gonna be trash. The expectations for Michael Jordan, bro, before he even got into playoffs, they're calling this guy the GOAT. Let that sink in before, and I'm talking about pre-LeBron. This is pre-Bron.
No, you're right.
Before Michael Jordan even played a game in the playoffs, they are calling him the GOAT. Let that sink in.
Get him, Beyonce. Get him,
Kobe,
bro. Ain't no way.
Calm him down.
But Kobe when Kobe is he's the only closest person to ever get to the level of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. There's many guys that have tried, but there's not many have gotten close to where they can say
no.
Because
no. Hold on.
Hey, last month, LeBron got to
I'm taking that with a grain of salt. I'm taking that with a grain of salt, Jonathan. I still remember.
Last month you said LeBron James was the
GOAT. No, LeBron ain't the GOAT. It's Kobe, it's Jordan, it's Kareem, it is LeBron.
Time out. Hold on. Last week he said MJ was the GOAT. Remember when all this really went down?
Yes.
That was Kobe.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's MJ or Kobe. LeBron ain't number one.
Y'all let me know when
let Mike go. Let Mike go. Let Mike go.
LeBron James was the greatest of all time.
He ain't no more.
You came on this show or our show,
bro. You like Scottie Pippen, bro. You too flip floppy, bro.
Literally,
I said that. Pride. Did I not say that? Pride. Did I not make this comparison,
bro? Like 100%.
LeBron James was the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
You know what changed that?
Mike.
Let Mike go. He's been raising his hand for a long time.
And I called you out for it. And I said that you were flat out ridiculous for making
Jonathan. You know what's wrong? You know why I changed?
Hold on. Let Mike go, because Mike has been waiting. Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, let's go ahead.
I want to talk for 30 minutes and don't let me and Jonathan talk, but carry the hell on, Mike.
You want to talk?
All right, Kendrick Perkins, cut him out. I'll take royalties for that line.
Man,
go ahead, Mike. Please go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Alana, you know I rock with you.
I know you do.
Phonam, you gang in the shy, and I rock with you, and it's like that.
All that.
But what, like, bro? First, I want to address the number 2 thing, and I don't want to take it the way Pride took it. I want to take it in a different way.
Yeah, but I think I didn't really mean number 2. I just meant like playing off of somebody else. Is what I
do want to spin it in a sense of what Shaq was as a number 2 versus what Scottie was. Scottie would never be a number 1 on a championship team, and that was proven when Michael retired. For 2 years. They didn't even make the playoffs. They weren't good. Scottie was there demanding Mike to come back. Shaq.
Wait, real quick, Mike, before you continue. When Jordan, are you talking about Jordan's first retirement? Because his first retirement, they did make the playoffs.
Second.
Second? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Well, go ahead.
I'm looking at it like that. And Shaq is a number 1 on a championship caliber team. That's how I look at it. And Shaq did what he did in Orlando. Maybe they didn't lose, but again, it's Orlando, so they're just like that. They don't have a of winning championships. So I think, you look at it, you have 2 number 1s, and one just so happened to be comfortable with being that number 2. Scottie is a number 2 or a number 3 on a championship caliber team. Dennis Rodman is never a number 1 or a number 2 on a championship team. Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, and all the other white boys that were on that 90s Bulls roster are not a 1, 2, 3, or 4 on a championship team. Maybe Tony. Not even, but I see what you mean. But yeah, Freddie said something interesting to me. Freddie, you go. Kobe Bryant is the only thing closest to what Michael Jordan was, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you notice how you don't say that Mike was the closest.
You can take your head on you want.
It's because Mike still has that one above.
Can we move on?
Better. He's that dog.
I'm not mad at that, Mike. I'm not mad at that.
John,
that's just how I look at it. Like it's not a conversation of Kobe's not good. It's the conversation of look at what Mike did. And like we talked about earlier on Freddie's podcast, Kevin Garnett wants to be disrespectful to Bron. I don't see Kobe as little homie. I see Kobe as that's little bro. That's his little brother who's just as good. Michael just did it first and did it just a little bit better. And that's the only
That's it. That's it.
That's not little homie.
That's why I say, Jonathan, before you go, I'm just gonna say this real quick. That's why I say that the top 3 or the GOAT conversation is subjective, because we all have our reasoning as to why somebody's here and somebody's there. It's just there's no really curriculum of this person is the GOAT because of X, Y. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things. I just prefer. I'm not saying that that's the definite. I just prefer.
And also,
you know what I'm saying?
That's it. This is for Pride too, because I love Pride and I want to give them some love. The greatest Boston Celtics team ever assembled before Scotty came. Before there was Rodman, before there was Kukoc, or even Phil Jackson, Mike went out there and he lost the series. He scored.
And I'll give him props for that. And
he did.
What happened after that, though, Pride? Magic,
Larry Bird said,
Isaiah, all of them said, just know this kid's not there right now. He doesn't have the team.
He's coming. He's coming.
But that's the GOAT.
And that's what I'm saying.
All knew it.
That's what I'm saying. To me, the whole, MJ versus Kobe thing, that's why to me, it's not even close because, bro, like the only people who, and let's call it what it is at the end of the day, the only reason, and Elena, I said this earlier, the only reason people call Kobe the GOAT is because they're Lakers fans. Everybody outside of the Laker community,
I disagree.
I disagree wholeheartedly as well.
Again, Freddie.
Let me finish.
Again,
wearing
Freddie,
a Lakers jersey and hat. You disagree.
Thank you.
And this is coming from a Boston Celtic fan who hate the Lakers.
I don't hate the Lakers. How do I hate the Lakers when last year I was hoping Bron was going to win? Ever since Bron got in LA, I was hoping he was going to win.
You're not a true Boston fan.
Yes, I am.
No, the hell you not.
Hey, I love LeBron.
No, the hell you not. Boston be in the finals right now. Guess what? I ain't going for Boston at all.
And again, you don't have to cheer for Boston.
Never go for Boston.
It's not the team.
You don't have to. Yeah, exactly. And again, I don't hate the Lakers.
That's right.
Listen, here's my thing. And John, I know.
I see what it is. You need your wife to come on here to about help. Okay.
Oh, here you go.
I see what it is.
I'm still talking. Anyway, as I was saying, for also rudely interrupted. Here's kind of my thing with it. My personal opinion, like Kobe's not even the best Laker of all time. I give that honor to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I really do. And if it's not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
you could make that argument,
right? And
that's not bad. That's not.
And if it's not Kareem, it's Magic. That's my again, Freddie. Shake your head. You can play hot potato with your GOAT conversation. So honestly, I'm just not listening to you right now.
Yeah, that's honestly fair.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, and on top of that, people have had Shaq
over Kobe.
Again, I'm not listening to you, Freddie. They had Shaq over
Thank
Kobe.
you, Jonathan Mella, whoever Jonathan Mella is.
I'm not gonna lie.
I understand he won in quote 3 different eras. I understand that.
And anyone with the name Jonathan is cool in my book.
I mean, of course. But here's my thing. Kobe Bryant is not better in any way, shape, or form than Michael Jordan. And the only reason this is a conversation, and Elena, I said this, so you know I'm being real. He wanted who's better, him or MJ. Elena, what I said, what conversation did he get? What question? Who did I say he got prepared to?
You said Tim Duncan.
And he hated that. That burned a hole in him because he always felt like he was better. He always felt like I don't deserve to be in that conversation. So in order, he wanted to be.
So after Pride makes this point, we're still doing hot takes. I think we got into a whole different place.
Yeah,
we did. And Jonathan didn't give his hot take. I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Yeah, but here's my thing.
Y'all good.
Yeah, but here's my thing.
I mean,
it's
it's an interesting discussion to be had.
Right. And here's my thing. Like, I'm not gonna say Kobe was better when I could have won our championship on that Lakers team, being the second guy behind Shaq. Let's call it what it is. Like, Shaq at that point was still in his prime, and he was a very dominating player that nobody could guard and nobody.
But hold on.
And not only that, coming from day one, like there was this pressure on MJ to save this organization, to save this franchise, and it got to the point when he couldn't carry. They were killing him. Listen, if the Lakers lost a game, they were not killing Kobe at that time. They were killing Shaq. When MJ was losing, they were at the time. Some people were killing him. And again, there's only 2 people in the history of the NBA that I know of who, before their prime, was being called the GOAT. One person is LeBron James, and the other one is Michael Jordan.
Kobe was in the same conversation too. Kobe was in that same conversation too.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Not in the beginning. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
They were talking about Kobe. No, I just sat down to be quiet too much. I'm done being quiet. It's my time to interject my saying. They was talking about this kid. They said this kid came out and said he wanted to be better than Michael Jordan. And guess what they said? This kid came out and worked hard, his work ethic, and he was same in the doggone conversation. One thing he's not about to do is come on here and disrespect this man.
No, he wasn't.
I'm not going
to You talk to a Lakers fan and he swears it's the truth. Before his prime, nobody said anything.
Yeah, nobody said that. That's true.
Exactly. No one said
they unmuted themselves.
He was before his prime. He was never in the GOAT discussion.
How can LeBron James, who lost 6 finals, who done choked in the finals,
you're not missing the point. You're missing the point.
The same when you had him as the GOAT.
The same when you had him as the GOAT. 6 finals.
And guess what?
Listen, Freddie, you're missing the point.
And you had him as the GOAT. So you can't say that. He
ain't the GOAT no more. He ain't the GOAT no more.
Get out of here, bro.
You're
being sensitive.
Hey, watch. No,
you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
He got played by Ray Allen and Kyrie Irving.
Hey, wait, Freddie going.
You missing the point, Freddie. You're missing the point.
Hold on, Elena. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Hey,
you don't understand.
I know. I do.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
I do. Yeah, we all understand what you're saying.
You had a conversation with Michael Jordan, 6-0 because of the GOAT.
Okay, but hold on, but Kobe lost in the finals, so that means he's out too.
But he didn't lose 6 times.
Jonathan hasn't gone.
My bad. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I want to say something to Freddie real quick before I give my hot take. Look,
Jesus
Christ. Freddie go off. And Michael Jordan would have won 9 NBA titles had he stayed in the league and had he come back in 1999.
Sure would have.
How about that?
He sure would have.
I'm not going to play that game. I can't play that game because then, if we're going to be honest, then we can go ahead and say, oh yeah, if Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love doesn't get injured, we can then give Bron another ring. So I don't really like playing that role or anything. Or
if Shaq stayed in LA, there could be more championship series too. So if we're playing a what-if game,
we need to end.
Freddie, you went somewhere else with what Pride was trying to say, like, because Freddie, you
hold on, real quick. My girl
was moderating this.
Real quick, I'm just gonna piggyback off of John Suggs. Can you make that a double, please? Because I could use it.
Man, you okay?
I like that. But all right,
hold on, real quick.
I love you, Pride, but I think we need to move on from that one.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
we're just in hot takes right now.
Jonathan, say what you want, like say your piece, and then after that, immediately move to your hot take. So that way, you give nobody any chance to say anything.
Yeah.
No, I'm moving to my hot take right now.
72-10.
Oh, let's do that.
Look, I want to offer. I want to offer my first impressions of the number 2 overall pick from the NBA draft, and you guys know who that is. That's Jalen Green.
Yep.
I've really been keeping my eye on this kid. I like what I see. He, is rising to the occasion, and he has really played consistently, and he has played well for the Houston Rockets. I think the Houston Rockets have a great future with this guy. His athleticism to me is freakish. It's unbelievable what we've seen early on. And I mean, he could hurt you in so many ways. I mean, he could get it done inside the paint. He can get to the rim. He can attack. He can shoot the ball really well. He's athletic, and I'm really amazed with what he's been able to accomplish early on in his career. I think, honestly, and this might sound crazy to a lot of you guys, but Coach is shaking his head. But
Hi, Coach.
I think he's the best player in this year's draft.
There you go.
Yo, hold on, real quick. Go ahead, say bye.
I really do.
Oh God.
I
I'm
really
signing off, guys. My son's been crying for a little
Oh
bit.
yes.
So I'm gonna
Bye,
go take care of
sis.
him. It was nice to meet everyone. Thank you.
Bye,
for
nice to
having me.
Nice to meet you too.
I'll be on again, eventually at some point.
Yeah, facts. Come back, please.
but that's what I see in this kid, and I really like him.
Y'all ready for my hot take?
Hey, time out.
This is for me. I know. I just feel
How old, Jonathan? How old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay. Pride, how old are you?
Yeah, you're gonna do it every other.
No.
I'm 23. Let me guess. Oh, he didn't see him, so it doesn't count. Go ahead. That's what it's gonna be. I'm telling you, they're gonna knock the age. I'm telling you, it happens every time.
No, it's not. I was asking. That's all it was.
He's just
But I was curious because clearly, I think last week, me and Sensei over here was in an argument with a 16-year-old. Didn't even know he was 16.
Listen, ooh, Coach, and I wanted to say that in the group chat earlier. I was like, if y'all would have told me that boy was 16, I would have never went there with him.
Hey,
Never.
we kind of the full grown.
What's his dude's name?
I am 30 years
Landon.
old and I argue with a 16-year-old till about 6 in the morning. I am ashamed of myself. I need y'all to know that.
Landon.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
16.
Yeah.
He's 16.
He just interviewed me for a school project.
Oh,
I thought.
Wow.
Anytime he said
Oh,
work,
no.
I thought he meant college. I thought he was in college.
Yeah, same.
That's what I thought. I thought he was in college.
I
years old.
I am ashamed right now. I need y'all to know this. I am
That
ashamed.
hot take going.
Man, he in high school.
Grow up. Grow up,
in
Sensei.
high school.
Grow up.
I was
muted, Fred.
yeah, no, I was childish. Fred. I was childish, Pride. I was childish.
Your hot take gonna make me mad?
My hot take gonna make you hot.
Hey,
Oh,
come here real
Jesus.
quick. Time out before you get to your hot take. I want to come in.
Ooh.
Hey, first thing, Pride, you was right. It was Jordan. It was Jordan and LeBron, and everybody used to say that was the GOAT. Don't get me wrong, Freddie, before you stop. Kobe was good, but he wasn't known for that because if he was the GOAT, like they said, he wouldn't have been traded. No, stop. He wouldn't have been traded to the Lakers in the draft. Remember, people forget that he was traded.
That's
the
what I
draft.
was trying to say.
And before anything, I'm not trying to say that Kobe's trash.
That's what made Jerry West who Jerry West was because he saw the talent and Jerry West was bragging about Kobe. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jonathan, you said Jordan would have won 9 championships if he would have wouldn't have left. No. One thing, no, listen, because here's the thing about here's the thing about Jordan that people don't realize. He hates criticism. Think about it. He brought out the Last Dance. Why? Because LeBron won another championship. He brought that around that time. Even if you hear him on his Hall of Fame speech, he still got beef with Isaiah Thomas that was like 10 or 60 years ago.
Yep.
He got a beef with somebody with a high school person who made it over him in varsity. Like let's it goes further than that.
He's petty. He is petty, but that's kind of what makes him great. That pettiness drives him, make him great.
Yeah. So one thing about Jordan, Jordan wouldn't make it in his time because he couldn't handle all the social media and all the scrutiny. He did get his championship. Now, here's my question. I'm curious.
I don't know about that one.
By which one, sir?
That's
about the social media part. Hey,
no,
that would have driven him even.
Hold on. But to answer the question, hold on. Let me just say something real quick. Let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
When he gets, the few times he gets interviewed and they bring up the bad picks he made in Charlotte, let me know how his demeanor changes. Let me know how he answers the questions. Let me know how he acts. Oh, wait, we can't talk about that.
But,
my bad.
No, but see,
go ahead, Coach. Go ahead, Coach.
This is the one thing I asked. That's why I asked, because I knew, Freddie, I know you. I teach you in school. Since I guess your age. Mike, you tell me your age all the time. Hey, don't look like that. So
wait, you guessed my age, Coach?
Yes, I figured you was in that 28-30 range, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, you did.
So Freddie, here's the thing that you don't realize. When Jordan had that whole gambling thing and how he actually the little thing, and keep in mind on social media, it was just whatever was on TV and commercials. That's what, like, some of you look at what he did after it's over with, but not realizing some stuff because you weren't there. You wasn't born during that time.
Yeah, but he was gambling before playoff games.
Yes, and all the issues and all that. And then that was the whole thing, even about his father. it was more to it than just.
It was more about the gambling. They wanted to have him have a couple years of a break than it was about his dad. But I still think at the end of the day, he left because his dad.
I'm saying all the pressure that was put on. Right. Like one thing about Jordan is there when he's good doing that. Oh my God. But when stuff got bad, there's times where he pouts. So that's why I said I'm not gonna really that's you can't go because. And I say that because when you're a Chicago fan, so when you see Chicago, you saw a lot of the great. Even The Last Dance didn't touch on how Jordan acted.
The Last Dance was a horrible documentary on what it really was. It was a Michael Jordan documentary. It was not about The Last Dance.
And no one explained what it. And then think of, even then, what was he doing? He snitched on half the players back then.
I'll say it right here, right now. Mike, if you gonna go out there and say you wasn't doing coke, you lying.
No facts. That's a fact.
My last thing, LeBron, you can say he lost 6 championships, but can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Coach.
Coach. Since he's been in the league, he's always been, hey, he is going to the championship. Even now, Freddie, he's with the Lakers. You still got him going because you say who? LeBron's on the team. There's no one like that. Because you have to realize. Come out. Because guess what? Because unlike Kobe,
let's call the timeout.
Everybody that's sitting in this group watched LeBron high school game on ESPN.
I sure did. That's what made me a fan. Yes, sir.
Even ESPN and Nike called him the chosen one. Like you, with all that coming on your pressure, because you got to understand. And on top of that, LeBron never said he wanted to be like Jordan. He wanted to be like Magic.
He wanted to be himself. He wanted to be that too.
He wanted to be more like Magic than Jordan.
That unselfish player, yeah.
One thing I'm not gonna let you do is come and try to change the narrative. You talking about LeBron? He went to all these finals. That's cute. It's cute to go to all those finals, but when are you going to start winning more than finals?
This is coming from the same guy that called him
Hold on. Time out. Let me ask you this. Freddie, can I ask you this? If you had a choice of a life, Damian Lillard or LeBron James, who you picking?
Easy.
Well, that's a bad comparison.
Okay, even beforehand, before Kevin Durant went to Golden State, who are you picking? LeBron or KD?
LeBron.
James Harden.
I'm still picking
LeBron.
LeBron.
James Harden or LeBron?
LeBron.
But that's the thing. When you have these conversations of everybody keeps saying, "Well, you went to 9 championships." How many people went to 9 championships though? He lost in.
If I'm not mistaken, I think only 2. I think Bill Russell and LeBron James.
He lost in.
Jerry West.
Oh yeah, Jerry West. Oh yeah.
He lost, listen. But here's gonna top it off.
Robert Horry went to quite a few too.
Well,
yeah,
he got 7 rings.
He got 7, yeah.
But answer this question, and then I'll be done with it, Freddie. I'm done with the basketball talk. Would you rather lose in the first round every year, or would you rather lose in the state championship round?
State championship.
Hey, no, I'm in the mindset. I'm in the mindset of Kobe being Bryant. Hey, if I'm not gonna win it, don't. Hey.
And guess what?
And he lost it.
And he lost
twice.
But like I said earlier, man,
that's 5.
That's 5.
He could have had 7, but he don't.
But go on. I'm sorry. Who?
It was on Jonathan. It was on Jonathan.
Jonathan, whoever hot take or whatever.
It was me.
I just had to get that out.
No, I said everything I wanted.
No, it was me. I was trying to piss off.
Oh yeah, you had the hot take, Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
You got the first round. Boy,
man, first round. Hell yeah. How the hell you say that? Mervin.
He got an old school name, Mervin. You sound like you on a Cadillac, Mervin.
Hey, that's hard.
You on a Cadillac, Mervin?
Mike, give us your hot take, man.
Listen, man.
Alana, you know what I really thought of at first? Remember the department store Mervin's? That's what I thought of.
Oh.
All right, Freddie, you ready for this, bro?
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball is going to be top 5 in 3-point percentage by the end of the year. And I'll bank that. Top 5. And you crucify.
I don't think that's really a hot take. I can see that.
Hey, but look at the man in the Lakers gear. Look at the
because
man in the
thing is,
Lakers
top 5,
gear.
I think it slightly is because sometimes he be on one, but then there's times where he be brick and he still be trying.
Hey,
I
last
think it'd be
night,
top 10, top 5. I mean, that is kind of hot, but it is possible though. It is possible.
I don't think
unless you hate
all that
LaMelo.
hot.
Unless you hate
Yeah.
LaMelo and he's trash and you don't think he could do it.
facts.
Freddie.
Hey, free Jello ball. But Freddie, I just
Free
want you
Jello.
to know when y'all face us and Vooch ain't there. I understand Vooch has COVID. That's our big man. That's definitely going to be a big L. You know, you got AD, maybe Bron, you got Dwight. So the rebounding is going to be bad. But when Russ has 8 turnovers against the Heat, wait till Caruso and Alonzo get a taste of that. Because number one, you gave up on your boys.
Mike, you shut your face.
You
You shut your face,
gave
Mike.
up on your boys in LA. You drove them out of town.
Okay, hold on. So he became the frozen one, correct? Now,
Oh, here we go. Jesus,
hold on.
Tyrone Christ.
I want to say one thing.
Hey, we not touching that. We got another topic.
No,
We
Freddie,
gotta move
you're
on,
not-
man.
we're
We
not
gotta move on. No, we
jumping
gotta
to
Pride,
We have to-
Pride,
I
we
just want to say
gotta
one
move
thing.
on.
Pride,
We
we gotta
gotta
move
Pride,
on.
we
Move on.
gotta- we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Nope, I'm not letting that
Hey,
rock.
go
There's no
Bears.
way for me to
But
put that up
we
against
gotta move on.
Go ahead.
Hey, coach, you want to see my hat? Hold on, it's for Sunday. Oh yeah,
Y'all be letting Freddie get away with it.
Yeah.
Bro. Y'all be letting him
Keep
get away
rocking with that.
Hey, listen, we'll have a special episode on my podcast and we can discuss that all day. But please, can we move on?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do
I'll be down for that. I'll come on.
Last topic.
top 5
Right.
NBA teams right now. Like right now, your top 5.
I want to go because coach is still here. I want to go.
I mean, we already know the de facto.
Go, Mike.
We already know the de facto.
I wanna go 'cause coach is
It's coach's
Yo,
face for
Mike.
me right now.
I want to go because coach is here.
Go,
All right,
Mike.
Check it out. Number 1. You ready,
Freddie,
coach?
don't yell at
Hey,
Mike.
you ready, coach?
I hate these top 5 things, man. Be
Coach,
different.
you ready? The Miami Heat are my number 1 team.
Oh, I know why.
Oh,
Number 2.
oh.
Yes,
Wait, are you
sir.
serious?
Yeah. Listen. Sometimes records don't mean how well the team is really gonna perform. The Bulls, not the number 1 team. They're very
Ooh,
strong.
I'm not sure.
I like the Bulls. I like the Warriors. I love what the Warriors are doing, but I've seen who the Heat have beat. I've seen what they're putting together. I've said it from the beginning. I've been a Jimmy Butler fan since the Marquette days, and when I saw that, you're bringing in champions like PJ, a dog like PJ. You have a Morris brother who's out here fighting Serbians. You got Kyle Lowry, proven champion, and you got a bunch of other great assets. Eric Spoelstra, you got Pat Riley still in the presence. There's no doubt to me they are the number 1 favorite right now. Now you look at the East and you would say Miami's the deepest. Now you look at the Warriors and you say they're on a really good roll. You don't look at the Warriors and say they're winning the West. No one says that right now. Now I personally think they can once Clay comes back, but nobody's having that conversation right now saying that. At 2, out of respect, I'll put the Warriors. At 3, at 3, the Chicago Bulls. At 4,
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
and at 5, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna give it to the Knicks.
Who's
But
your
that's
number
my
4?
top 5. I like who the Knicks have beat. The Knicks have beat
Knicks.
Milwaukee twice. They've beat the 76ers. They've beaten the Bulls. They're playing great ball, and they're doing it without really having a full set rotation right now. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Knicks. But that's my 5.
Wait, who was your 4th?
I gave it to the Lakers.
Lakers. Okay.
It's dicey. It's dicey. But I'll give it to him.
Yeah,
You
no.
want to hear my 5?
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Go ahead, John.
We've been disrespecting Jonathan all night.
Golden State Warriors, Miami Heat, Utah Jazz. I got Philly and the Bulls.
I'm not even mad about that.
Love to hear it.
Wow.
I'm not mad about that. I mean, I mean,
Wow.
obviously the de facto
Look
number
at
1.
their records.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I hear you. I hear you.
not only am I going by records, but at the same time, the Warriors are 10-1 with injuries. That's that. Like, let's
And
put
they
it.
haven't really had a tough schedule, too.
I mean,
They
okay,
haven't.
But again, y'all gonna say that, but then if they lose any of these games, we slaughtering them.
Golly, Freddie,
And-
that
and the
really
Miami
is the
Heat,
last
man,
snap.
That's kind of all I'm
Miami
saying. Look,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Miami Heat,
Huh?
they have no pressure on them.
That's my point. That's my point. There's really no pressure on Miami.
Yeah.
There's
Right,
more pressure
right.
on the Bulls. There's more
I
pressure
can
on the
see them
Knicks.
coming out of the East, though.
So you know what I mean? Like, no, like anyway. I got Warriors at 1.
Bulls got injuries though. Bulls got bad
Utah
injuries.
underrated to me too.
Yeah.
Utah,
Right. So again, with injuries now, so they're not only are they succeeding, but then again, and I'm not even gonna go into this thing about the Miami Heat. I'm not wasting my breath with that. But number 1, I got the Warriors. I think right now they're on one. Right now they're just on a whole nother level.
I love them.
100%. Number 2, I do have the Utah Jazz. I'm not a big fan of them at all because I personally last year I thought they were one of the most overrated teams like in the history of the NBA. Like I've said that. People killed me. I got them number 2 right now.
I don't hate that.
And yeah, you know what I mean. But number 3, I'm gonna give it to the Bulls. You know, a lot of people. I don't know why they were mad about the DeMar DeRozan pickup. It's almost as if
That was silly.
that
was
perplexed me because there was.
I
was like,
the owner of this network talking about how Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan wouldn't work well together. I think just listen to Stephen A. Smith a little bit too much. But how's that working out for you, Freddie?
And the reason is because if you look at it, everyone and their moms knows like Zach LaVine is a better scorer. So obviously, DeMar DeRozan on top of that is not really that big of an ego guy.
Right.
It's not like he's gonna come in and disrupt stuff. So I got them at 3. You know, at 4, I got Memphis. I get it 6 and 5, but a lot of their losses have been close.
Great team. Great.
They really are. And the thing is like, yeah, again, they're 6 and 5, but they've been chippy. They've been doing it, and like I said, bro, like it's all the factor here.
Right.
Clyde,
let me get that number 5 from you though.
You said what?
Let me hear that number 5 from you.
For me, number 5? No,
Yeah.
that's where I'll put Miami. I'll put Miami at 5.
wow.
I'll put Miami at 5.
Can I be real though?
And
We
hold
all
on.
mad disrespectful to Washington right now.
And but
No,
hold
it's not.
on. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because again,
We all disrespecting Washington.
no, I'm not disrespecting Wizards at all. No. But here's my thing. Like I have Miami Heat at 5. Behind them is the Knicks and the Sixers, and it's super close.
Yeah.
Like it's super like I thought the Sixers were gonna be down bad. They really haven't, to the point where like you might as well just release Ben Simmons because you guys are looking mighty good type stuff.
Yeah, they surprised a lot of people, I think.
Right. So I have them there, but that would be my top 5.
All right, coach.
Is that what?
So
You
skip
use
me.
the top 5?
Coach, I'd like to hear your top 5 NBA teams. My
No, I'm
Wow, Freddie just skipped. Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna be respectful. Give it to that nice young lady down in that corner. Go
I
ahead.
make you wait because you make me wait.
Go ahead.
Wow. Thank you, Coach, for being respectful
I
around
do
me.
you how you do me.
Oh, Freddie, don't start. But no, honestly,
Pause.
for my 5, honestly, I feel like it's crazy because a couple of y'all, if I'm not mistaken, y'all had Utah in y'all top 5, right?
I did not.
Let me say something real quick. Damon, if it make you happy, I put the Suns at 6. How's that?
Okay.
I mean, look, the Suns
All right, so look,
are not
so
top
look.
5, but they are
Alana
close.
gotta go.
Yeah. So my top 5, I think we're all forgetting about the Bucks. I still got the Bucks at 1. I know that they've had some. They do have some questionable losses. I'm not gonna hold. They do have questionable losses. But I still think that it's one of those things where when a team wins a championship, and that next year they have to kind of when it gets to a certain point, that's when they kind of click it. And that's what it is for me with the Milwaukee Bucks. Like right now, they're kind of just coasting that championship high right now. And once that kind of dies down, it's like we get to the nitty gritty. I still think that they're a contending team. So I got them at 1. I would have the Miami Heat at 2 because if Miami is healthy and they have all of their players and their roster fully constructed, I feel like they're the one team in the East, especially that could knock off the Bucks because at full strength they have their number. Let's just be honest. Like at full strength, Miami has the Bucks number and they know how to beat that team. So I got them at number 2.
I see somebody been listening to me. I like that.
A smidge. You might have rubbed up a
I'm
smidge.
happy somebody is.
At number 3, I got the Bulls. Shout out Mike stand up. I got the Bulls.
This road trip's gonna hurt, so I'll enjoy it.
I love what the Bulls are doing so far. I think that they're a young, scrappy team. They have a good veteran in DeMar DeRozan who has been deep in the playoffs before. Granted, he hasn't won, but I mean, he still kind of knows what that scenario is like, and yeah, that's Brian. But I mean, he still can, kind of guide them and let them know how things pretty much work in those kind of situations. So they have enough veteran leadership in him. For me, that's number 3. Number 4, I got the Lakers, because I still need to see them as a complete team, because we do have some key components right now that are missing, and we haven't played as a full team just yet. So I want to see how they look all together first before I give a fair assessment. So I got them at number 4, and then at number 5, of course, I got to go with Memphis Grizzlies. I got to go with Ja. Like I said, I know they're 6-5 right now, but I still they like Pride. I think it was Pride that alluded to this. They've been close in a lot of games.
Right.
They're scrappy.
People forget Brooks just got back.
And Brooks, yeah, right. And also Brooks, they're still implementing.
Put up 20 in his first night.
Yeah. So I mean, they're still implementing Brooks. They just got him back, and he is a major part of that team that kind of makes that thing go, because it makes it easier for Ja Morant. So that's why I got them at 5. And like I said, I feel like they're right there. And once they kind of get on the same page, I think that they could possibly make a run. So that would be my top 5.
Hey,
though.
Coach, was that your son?
Yeah, man, I'm doing math homework too, man.
No, I ain't never seen
Coach multitasking. I love it.
Yeah. My other one, he just played a game in basketball. So
who's doing the homework?
I love it.
No, my little one, we went to the game. He didn't do it when he get home, so now I gotta check it real quick.
Yeah, my dad used to check it too. He's
real quick, Freddie, can you put up the comment saying the last one from Damien saying how first and foremost, when you're looking into like how they're playing now, it don't matter if they were in the finals last year. That doesn't matter. Like last year no longer matters when you're now in the offseason. Sure, it matters. The instant the first pick happened in game 1, it don't matter who was in the finals. So that's one. And 2, yeah, they've been playing good. There are but just because they were playing good doesn't mean other teams aren't playing just as good or even better. So just because they're not in the top 5 doesn't mean they're bad. And like I said, the top, like when it comes to like 5, it's all really close. So again, be like, oh yeah, they're disrespecting. No one's disrespecting them. Just right now, I understand they won 6 in a row. But again, if you look at compared to other teams, they're not top 5. They're just, it's really not. And if you want to have them at 5, okay, fine. But to say it's disrespectful is just very, very uneducated, if we're gonna be honest. Because like I said, they're acting like the Suns are undefeated and they're dominating everybody, and then everyone else is just poo-poo. Like, nah, fam. There's like, if we're gonna keep it a buck, there's like what 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 teams that are playing really good right now, and it's not a top 10, it's a top 5. So,
all right, Coach, give us a top 5.
Let me hear it, Coach.
Hey, no, Freddie, you go ahead and go. And then I'm gonna get the end because I'm gonna hurt everybody's feelings in a minute.
You're gonna hurt my whole life.
All right. Man, he's counting the numbers. He's doing that math.
Thank you, Jonathan. Look.
So number 1, I have the Miami Heat. They're they're the dogs, and I believe they're the best team in the East. I'll be honest with you. Led by Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Hey, that Tyler Hero kid, man, he's coming along. He's special. Hey, that dude can shoot you out shoot you out of a game as well. With Duncan Robinson, they're like the white version of the Splash Brothers.
Hell yeah!
I mean, hey, then you have a PJ Tucker.
Our boys are here.
Yeah, and you have a PJ Tucker with a Markieff Morris. I mean, that team just a bunch of dogs on that team. Like Kyle Lowry.
My bad.
With the your head coach with Pat Riley running the team, so you got to give them there. You got to give credit to the Golden State Warriors, what they've been able to do without a Klay Thompson. Steph Curry just going on the bomb, just dropping 50. I mean, a 50-piece nugget. I mean, this dude is just shooting the lights out. Number 3, I would put right there. Bulls are up and coming team. Zach LaVine and DeRozan are doing their thing. They are mixing. Lonzo Ball is looking great as well.
Thank you, Zach.
Number 4, I will put Utah. Utah there. Regular season, we know what they do. in the regular season. And number 5, I put the Lakers there. As of yesterday, I would not have put the top 5, but last night they finally showed me that they can play some type of championship caliber basketball. They can play defense when they need to make timely stops. They did look good, but they are like Sensei said, they are missing a lot of pieces on their team. THT, Ariza, Nunn, and Bron. And when those
how you gonna say and Bron?
Well, Bron, everybody knows.
You gotta say Bron first.
Don't do that.
Bron is the coach of the team. He coaching. He over there on the sideline.
Mike, don't do that. You know what he's gonna do. You know where he's going with this. Mike, don't do that.
That wasn't disrespectful. Y'all turned it in that way. I'm not.
Don't.
Mike, don't do that. He's gonna poke the bear and he gonna say something off the wall. Don't do
100%.
that.
Don't.
Why y'all got? I love Bron.
Look, Vogel's job already. Frank Vogel just sit there.
You say you love Bron?
Listen, I
just warming up,
bro.
What he doing? What he doing, Jonathan?
Hey, Freddie, when I see you at Pride's wedding, bro, it's on site. It's on site.
Coach, give us a top 5.
I'm ready for it, Coach. Lay it on me, bro.
He got.
All right. I ain't got a top 5, dog. Because you know why I ain't got a top 5? And look, that's why your friends start laughing. Mike, you should already know me better than this. I don't care who's winning at the beginning of the season because at the end of the day, just like NFL, it's about your stars. So Miami, I've said it from the beginning. Miami, they own the Bucks, so they're gonna be there. Hey, the Nets will be in. They're gonna be in the hunt just for the simple fact of the matter, because I guarantee Kyrie will be back by February. He's gonna have that new shot that Aaron Rodgers had, but he's gonna be in the.
He don't lie about it. He gonna have that new shot called lie.
Now, one thing about it, I like the Lakers because again, who's there? Regardless of the situation, this whole conversation. If LeBron's healthy, they have
Anthony Davis healthy.
I don't care about that. If LeBron's healthy, they have a chance. How you look at it? I mean, y'all can look. We can get the looks and all that. I mean, what out of the 14 years of him playing, God dang, LeBron's name is in all of them.
Coach, on that team.
Good luck in the West. I mean, you got the Warriors.
So I don't
know.
Time out. Can I finish?
Yeah, let him finish.
I got one more. Can I get my one more?
Hey, you can blame Pride for that one though.
Pride.
He really took off.
Hey, next, I'm gonna say Golden State. Here's why I say Golden State. Golden State went back to what they used to be because they had to reteach all those other guys. Because you got to remember, when they was winning the championship, when they was rolling, they had veterans. They went from veterans to young guys. So Steph had to revamp himself. Golden State had to redo everything about them because you're trying to teach guys how to win championships.
Right.
Once Clay gets back, boom. So I have them.
This 5 better be sweet, bro.
Just for kicks and giggles, because I know that's my boy and he gets sensitive when I don't talk about him. Put the Bulls. I don't trust the Bulls in the playoffs. He can say what he wants. He thinks with his heart. Y'all can sit here and say that because at the end of the day, I'm a big believer in this. There's a difference because what we as in people, we use our words wrong.
Right.
We put certain people in this superstar category. We try to put certain people that's in this star category, and we put people that's average players.
Who's an average player?
Who's an average player?
Yeah, who am I overrating on the Bulls?
Uh-oh.
You have good players. You have good, but no superstars.
Lonzo Ball.
You ain't no superstars.
I don't have a superstar.
Who's the superstar?
Zach LaVine's averaging 30 points.
I don't see. Stop. Time out. Here's what we talked about this all the time.
It's gonna get good.
What does he average in the playoffs?
He hasn't been. Can I ask you something,
Thank
Coach?
you.
No, wait. Let me ask you something, Coach.
Hold on.
Coach, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
No.
Can I ask you
No.
One thing, and I want your take on it because you are the coach, you are the man, you are always telling me what's what. I just want to know. Both teams in the NBA Finals last year, how many of them won championships on any of those guys on the team?
But who are superstars?
One on each side.
But at the
One
end of the
on each side. It was Book and Giannis.
But answer the question: Who beat Giannis in the past? Was it another superstar or was it an average team?
It was Jimmy Butler,
who's not a superstar anymore. If we're gonna keep it a buck,
he never was a superstar.
Whoa.
I'm just saying right now in this career, he's a really
I don't
good
know about that,
star.
Mike.
Okay.
I'm the biggest Jimmy Butler fan out there, but Jimmy Butler's never been out there averaging 30-something points per game. It's
That's
just
what
not-
y'all keep. Look, this
He's
is
a superstar in Miami.
Hey, time out.
I don't think so. I think he's a
Right.
star.
But Coach, here's my
Superstar
point.
qualification by points.
See, this is
You
what
have
people-
that point.
No. See, this is what you know what? You sound like these fat people that we call it empty calories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why you calling me fat? Why you putting me out there?
sorry, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
it.
I shouldn't say it.
That's
That's wrong.
inquisitive, coach.
Hey, no.
That's okay. Just apologize.
Cancel, coach.
Hey, you're right, because here's the issue. This is what everybody keeps saying. Well, he averaged 30 points. James Harden averaged 30-some points. And we can sit there and say
Never called him a superstar.
when the game was on the line.
But how are you going to tell that about Zach until you see it? But Coach, here's my thing.
Hold on, I have a question.
Wait,
Can I ask
fine,
this
quick,
real quick?
real quick. You have the Nets at 2 because of Kevin Durant and James Harden.
No.
Now you're assuming.
No. Stop.
Yo, John, you a mess, bro. Get him out.
Hey, stop.
But aside from those three,
Hold on. First off, they're not in the order. Because what I
okay,
said,
not in the order. Not in the
Hey,
order.
did I say
Top
from the
five.
beginning? I don't do
Look,
top
can I
five.
add
That is true. He did say he don't do orders. He just said this is his 5.
He said this
He did
is.
say
I
that.
don't do orders. I don't do orders in the regular season. No, I don't watch NBA until February after the Super Bowl because that's when the stuff gets real.
Right, but what I'm trying to tell
Go
you,
ahead.
Coach, you look at the Nets. Now, let's say Kyrie doesn't come back. Aside from 2 players, the rest are not stars. Tell me I'm wrong.
Can I ask a quick question though? Like, are we classifying superstars by the scoring per game, or are we classifying superstars by the totality? Because what it sounds like, if we're doing that just by points, and I'm sorry, Coach, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
If we're doing this just
Boy,
by
look at this
points,
crap.
there's a lot of people that should be quote unquote superstars. So, like, what exactly is what are we classifying as a superstar?
And to your point, last year, Bradley Beal averaged 30. Is he a superstar? You say he's a superstar?
No,
Yes.
he's a
Yeah,
star.
I'm off that. Look, man, no,
Bradley Beal's not a superstar.
Right.
Bradley Beal not a superstar.
He's
He's a
an
Here's
star.
where it's different. And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong.
Wow.
The reason a lot of these young guys like
Wow.
Bradley, like Ja, like Zach, the reason you won't give them that category is because of their brand name right now. And it's
I'm not.
they haven't done anything in the playoffs.
Mike,
James
Mike,
Harden.
Mike.
You have to earn
Mike.
it, and they're earning it.
Mike.
But they're superstars.
Mike. First off, they're not superstars.
Wow.
They're
Not
stars.
Bradley Beal.
Because here's the thing. Because regardless of the situation, everybody that's sitting here, when KD had that ball on that last shot, we knew like, oh, he's gonna come down and make this shot. When Kobe, because I know we do Kobe, when Kobe had that ball, you knew he was gonna take the last shot. Same as
comparing
LeBron
superstars to the greatest scorers.
Listen, LeBron went to the championship 9 times. Like, there's the thing. I never like even Greek.
Now, right?
It's more than that. I was just even the Greek freak. At one point, I said it. He's not a superstar. He's a star until he showed it what happened. The issue is not. I don't care about your brand name. It's when I look at you across that court. If I watch this game, the last 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, there go that man. Because we both can say no. Because guess what? Every team.
You said that about James. You said
time
that
out. No, time out. Every team that y'all picked, you say, look, Golden State. Who's the superstar?
Oh, Steph. No debate.
Yeah.
We said Lakers. Who's the superstar?
Bron and AD.
Like, even though you sit there and you say Miami,
I'm gonna say just Bron.
Okay, that's fine. I will give you that. I'm not gonna argue with that. That's everybody else. I thought AD he's a star.
Yeah, he's a star.
Because even now that LeBron's out, who took over the game
Russ
yesterday?
AD. AD's averaging more points since we've been on top of it. Don't do that. Russ averaging 9 turnovers.
But
real talk though, what Freddie said earlier. Malik
But
Monk
Mike,
actually was
but
the
Mike-
one that took over.
Yeah, that's
Mike-
what I said. Malik Monk and Russ took over
Mike,
in those
Since
finals.
we
Time
always
out, time out, time
even
out, time out,
even
time
in
out.
NFL. Hold on, this is my last thing, Pride.
Time out.
Even in the NFL, Pride, there are certain people that I don't call a superstar. We go by the Buffalo Bills quarterback. That's a whole nother conversation. But at the end of the day,
Woo, coach,
at
you
the end of the day,
That is true.
if the Chicago Bulls, Levine do something, Levine's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I would never take that from him. But if he do something in the game, you know what I'm gonna say, Mike? In the playoffs, I'm gonna say that's the motherfucking man. Excuse my language.
but here, I just want to ask another quick question too. Like,
Yo,
okay,
Jonathan, it don't work. It don't work. I tried it.
so listen, like, so we consider James Harden a superstar. Am I right?
No, he's a star.
No?
I think he's a star.
You think he's a star? What does
That's
everybody
fair.
else think?
It
That's
depends
fair.
on your
I think he's a
definition of a superstar.
So
But
Freddie,
why do you look?
I want to see how the rest of the year plays out with this new rule.
I think he my biggest opinion, I think he's a stat guy. You know, he's a stat guy. But I've seen it living in Houston, and the people around here even said when the stuff hit the fan in the playoffs.
But hold on. That's the thing. Just saying the playoffs alone doesn't mean you are or aren't a superstar.
But you can't say that, Pride. Hold on.
I can, and I'm going to explain why I'm saying it though. You can't say I can, then not let me explain why. Because then by your logic, then there's other guys out there who are on bad teams. For instance, De'Aaron Fox will never in his career be a superstar. By that logic. So my thing is, I don't go around that playoffs, like just looking at the playoffs. I don't just look at that. My thing is to see if you're a superstar.
Right.
I'm gonna put you on a solid team. Do A, you not only get your points, but B, do you also get wins? That's me, and it's regular season and playoffs, because you can't just look at the playoffs, because historically there have been players who just naturally get turned in the playoffs, and that's kind of just what they do. For instance, Robert Horry, his career was just him going completely bonkers in the playoffs. That's kind of was his thing. So to just say, "Oh yeah, I don't think that's fair. I think it's best to just kind of do a little bit of extra." I don't know.
Can I ask you this, Brian?
Go ahead.
When we sit here and we debate back and forth, we all debate. You do the LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you say, Jonathan? What do they say?
What do I say?
What do everybody say that why is Jordan's better than LeBron? Because he has what?
Rings.
Freddie, what do you say when LeBron's compared to Kobe?
But again, hold on. Being a superstar and being in the GOAT conversation are two separate conversations.
But even Fox, like that's. But what I'm saying is this: all these guys that we sit there and name Fox. When LeBron played with the Cavs, he took it to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he did.
Right, and right again. But again, right now comparing an all-time great and trying to use that to be like, oh, if you're not all-time great,
can I keep going?
I love y'all, but I got a test due in like 30 minutes.
Well, go ahead. I'm out because look, I just want to keep going.
You got a test online at
Yeah,
night?
yeah.
At night?
It's due at 11:59.
At night? For real?
Yeah. Well, you better go bang it out. You only got less. You got about an hour.
Oh, that's the best part about online tests, though. I cheat.
Hey, I went to that.
The thing, dum-dum.
Why would you tell us that live?
I cheat.
Ain't nobody on here that.
Wilbur Wright College. I'm cheating.
I don't think it's fair just to be like, oh.
What I'm saying is no. This is my thing. When we sit when you say superstar,
Mike, give me some pointers on how to cheat.
To me, what's a star? What's a star?
I think a star is a solid player, a guy who you can put on a championship team, and won't be the best player, but will be a very important contributing factor.
That's a good player.
No, because a good hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about being a part of the driving force, because usually when you're a championship team, you have one or two players that truly make the difference, right?
I agree.
The third guy who's there who can make a difference, but he's still the third guy. That to me is the star. Like when you fit in that category where you put again, you can shake your head, but you're the same guy who thinks if you don't make the playoffs, you're not a superstar. So again,
no, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is when on that level, because he said about brand. It's the simple fact when you're on that level, because even you can take even Ball for Charlotte. He at least got him in the playoffs. He's on that verge to get to that point to where like, hey, you're on that star level. Like I just when we say star. To me, a star player, regardless of the situation, he could get you there. He could get you wins. He could do those things.
So a star,
we're not talking championship.
So when you're telling me a star,
no, hold on.
That's a superstar.
I left, and the last word I heard was, "You can take Ball." What did you say?
He basically said that since Ball took him to the playoffs, they're on their way.
Which
and then
Ball are we talking about?
LaMelo. But here's my thing.
Oh my God,
he's a superstar.
That kid has all the fundamental talent to be a superstar.
He's not there yet, though, Mike.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm bothered about. Is because hear me out, Coach. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Look,
you look at it like this. And
can I ask you this? Can I ask everybody this? Is my last question. Everybody answer this. So everybody on every team has a star.
Right. For the most part.
Man, not every team.
How do you say it then?
I think most teams.
Most teams.
What team that doesn't have a star?
I mean, I think
Cleveland.
You look at the Thunder. I mean, I think Shea is good, but I don't know.
I mean, I think he's I think borderline. I think he's
like what's
I'm gonna put it this way: every team has a star in their own right. Every team, because if you don't have that superstar player.
To answer that question, Tim Duncan without a shadow of a doubt.
But Coach, when Patrick Mahomes threw over 50 touchdowns in his first real season, you're not a superstar yet because he didn't have playoff experience. That's your logic with Zach LaVine. That's your logic.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. Do I think Zach LaVine's a superstar? No, I don't think so.
Man, he's coming.
But yes, I would. He's coming. My thing is now that he's on a quality team, let's see how he performs. Can he still?
And that's what I'm trying to say. I understand. Listen, I understand that he might not be here right now, but
he's coming.
Here,
he is coming.
Mike, listen to me. I said he's good. I said he's a star.
He's not. He's better than good though.
I'm not putting. Listen, I just said he's a star, but I'm not putting him in that.
Right, I hear
you. When you say, look, just like you said. See, when I name out people. He said that's legendary. To me, they're superstars.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say Steph, LeBron, they're history game changers.
But
the thing about it is you saying LaVine because he plays in the regular season, he scores 30-some points. And we're gonna say, oh, he's a star. I think he's a good player.
But those years with LeBron, though, early on in Cleveland, before he made the playoffs like that, he wasn't a superstar.
No,
bro. No. But here's my thing, Coach.
You just can't. My thing is this: you just can't get in the league and say, "Oh, and you scored 30. Oh, I'm a star, or I'm a superstar."
But you are though.
No,
you're the most talented guy on the floor.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not about because you're the most talented guy on the team. When it's levels.
No. On the floor, night in and night out, no matter who you're playing. I'm the most talented.
Can I say this right here? And here's the thing: when you have an average player, NBA, high school, college, whatever, an average player, he might give you 1 or 2 wins, right or wrong.
In the NBA?
No, in general, 1 or wrong. That average player has.
So you're talking about if the average player is your best player?
No, not even your best player. There's times when you say he's a good guy, but he's not that guy that can take over a game. On a consistent basis.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's Shea. Shazier Alexander is the same exact way.
So even a star, to me, a star, they're good, but they're not taking you to no championship.
But
because you're gonna say he might need help. Like LaVine. LaVine's good. He's a superstar. I mean, he's a star, but he's not at that superstar level. Not yet. I'm not taking it from him. Now, once he showed me,
that was what I was trying to share.
It's
like I'm watching this kid grow. I'm watching this kid night in and night out. So where the media doesn't show you every single night that this kid's a dog, I'm trying to say he's here. The media doesn't know it yet, but he's here.
So let me ask you a question.
The media doesn't know it. It's like they don't care. Mike, we're gonna keep it above. They don't care.
So, Mike, let me ask you this question.
Like DeMar, DeMar's not a superstar.
Hey, Mike, he's in the playoffs. Mike, he's in the playoffs first round. Mm-hmm. He scores 12 points for that series. Is he still a superstar?
And if he scores 35?
Is he still a superstar?
But it's a game by game thing because Devin Booker in the finals had a bad game that we stripped the title from him.
Bad game. Yeah, multiple.
Like so, if you're gonna base it game to game, then everyone in terms of being a superstar, it's a roller coaster.
Hey, did Russ not have 8 points in his first game as a Laker?
Yeah, so it's like
and 10 turnovers.
Man, okay, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, I get your point, but I feel like
are you talking about in the regular season, Mike?
I just personally think just flying off playoffs is fair.
No, I was saying, look again. When I look at superstars, I see it different. But I'm not finna just give out superstars. I'm not on the side like when you get drafted. Hey, you get a superstar. Hey, you're a superstar. Hey, you're a superstar.
But I didn't do that.
Because guess what? Because at the end of the day, time out. That we all sit here and we argue, but at the end of the day, it's usually the superstars that's when playing for the championship. Right or wrong?
Right?
Not always.
Okay. So
wrong because Luka Doncic is a superstar and like he's like,
Anthony on the Knicks
this year. What he is saying is that usually in the finals you still have a superstar regardless,
right?
Even if Luka's not there.
And on the Miami Heat 2019 finals team, was there a true superstar?
Nah, it doesn't matter. You're right.
That's cool.
Because at the end of the day, look, it's like talking to the wall. You're right. Again, right. We can go back and forth.
Answer this question though.
We can go back and forth, but at the end of the day, again, I'm not giving out superstars to everybody.
And that's fine. Listen, it's fine. That's fine.
LaVine
I'm not saying you gotta call him a superstar, but don't make it seem like he's just
no. That's different levels. A star is a different level from superstar.
Right, and but good is a different level than star. You're saying he's a star and he's just a good player.
Who?
Zach LaVine. Like you're saying he's good, but
no,
there's a difference.
No. I said he's
all of them.
I never said I said he's a star player, but he's not a superstar. Ask Freddie. Did I not say that?
He was just said he was good like a few minutes ago. He just said he was good.
No. I said there's a star.
Freddie's off right.
I said there's levels.
He's just enjoying it.
There's average,
and I hear what you're saying on the levels.
Star and there's superstar.
Because coaches, from coach's perspective, and coach, you can tell me if I'm wrong. It's more of I don't give a shit what you're doing in the first 10 games. It's more longevity. How are you performing not only in the regular season but in the playoffs? What are you bringing momentum-wise? Are you being that guy? Are you more than just average? And what I'm trying to say is I understand what you're saying. And last year, you can ask Freddie, you can ask anybody. I was not saying Zach LaVine was a superstar because we still missed the playoffs even after adding Vooch. What I'm saying now is with these guys added, Zach adding more to his game, being a consistent three-point shooter, playing defense, being that guy who had a 360 windmill dunk yesterday, I'm telling you right now, this is the season that will categorize him going on to being a superstar. And we're just living in it. It's not. And going in the next year, we'll look back and we'll say it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll own that. DeMar DeRozan, not a superstar. He's an all-star. Vooch, he's an all-star, not a superstar. Lonzo Ball, he ain't even an all-star. He's good, but he's not an all-star. What I'm telling you is, though, this is the year that Zach LaVine gets that credit. And it's the same way that Julius Randle got that credit last year.
Julius Randle not a superstar.
I ain't saying he is, but he didn't get a lick of credit for the majority of that season till the end.
But where did he get it from? When? Where was he playing?
When he went in the playoffs.
Okay, thank you.
Not even. No, not even. You're again. No.
You walked into that one, Mike.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I walk in because my main point is that you will see by the end of the year.
Mike, I got you.
You walked right into that.
No, he didn't get it.
Mike, you walked into that one. I'm sorry.
No, he didn't.
Because yes, he did. Because Coach's mindset is it don't matter what you do in the season. It's about playing.
That's a lie. Because he won most improved player, but they were giving him the prop. He had a horrible postseason, and they didn't kill him for it. So don't sit here and tell me it's the playoff that they were giving.
I'm not giving a take. All I'm saying is I have to go to work. I appreciate y'all.
I have to do it.
I gotta go.
I gotta hop out of here because
y'all have a great rest of y'all show. I'll holler at y'all.
We about to end this show. What are you talking about? I'm hungry too.
Oh yeah, much love. I'm out of here.
Pork chops and mashed potatoes.
This is another episode of the Real Talk Crew on the All Sports Outplays Network. We gotta let Johnson go get his pork chops and mashed potatoes. He's gonna go crazy. And
I'm about to sprinkle that A&1 steak sauce on it.
Hey, and Brian White waiting on him because they got quality time. You need to go somewhere to keep him in place. But other than that, you guys have a good rest of your night.
All right.
Whole Sports All Plays. Whole Sports All Plays. Whole Sports All Plays.